Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. Guys, we have early Black Friday deals going on right now. That's right, early Black Friday deals. Guys, up to about 65% off of some of these items. Now, because it is before Black Friday, we still have that 5% discount code if you guys spend over $1,000. With that being said, now we also have a couple rotating banners down there, the 2000 V2 and the 1000 V2 at special prices. Guys, we have a great lined up show for you tonight that's going to, of course, rock your world. We got a bunch of amazing products, guys. We have a bunch of stuff that can range and run, of course, the small telephones, or, of course, charging your phones, lighting gear, camera gear, televisions, or you guys need to run a maybe food truck, or maybe you want to run your mobile van, or, your whole homestead. Got a little bit of something for everybody. Now we do have the 1000 V2 tonight for like $349. Normally it's $799. $349 is going to be your price tag with that discount code in chat. If you don't use that discount code, guys, it's $399. We're going to have the 2000 V2 for like $699 if you use the discount code, normally $1,500 price tag. Now we're going to start this show off with, of course, the table. We're going to go back here, and you guys are going to be like, oh, that's not the table. You're right, that's not the table. That's the table. There's the table right there. And we're going to talk about the 1000 V2 that we're actually using right now to run some lights. And if you guys couldn't tell, it's super bright in here and very, very hot right now. 1070 watt hours of power in a very, very small package, 24 pounds. Now, at 24 pounds, you guys are going to have all the battery that you need and all of the accessibility plugs that you would need to plug in pretty much whatever you could think of. You're going to have a flashlight that's going to do 3 modes of brightness. That's right, standard light brightness, highlight brightness, or SOS pattern. You're going to have a digital display. You're going to have, of course, the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports. You're going to have a 30 watt port and a 100 watt port. You're then going to have that 18 watt USB-A port that's going to allow you to plug in those lower powered devices like, your standard lights, maybe your Android phones, maybe your earpods or AirPods. Besides that, you're going to have 3 AC outlets that's going to do 1500 watts of pure sine wave power through those American Standard 3-prong plugs. That means if you guys want to plug your window AC in, go ahead and do so. Your laptop ain't going to bother it. You guys can plug in your kitchen stove and run that off of this without a problem. With the 1070 watt hours of power, it's going to take approximately 2 hours to fully charge without a problem, and that's actually kind of cool. Now, if you want to, though, because it's got what's called Charge Shield 2.0 and app control, you guys can put it in emergency situation charging and have it fully charged at 1 hour time. This device could run quite a bit. Let's say a 200 watt desktop PC for like 6 hours. You guys could do a flat screen TV for multiple hours, probably almost a full day if you really want to get there with that. Now, 24 pounds, it is portable, accessible, and can be taken pretty much wherever you truly wanted to go. With that quick charge rate, it's going to do well. Now, you can also charge the 1000 V2 with, of course, that beautiful solar style charging. Let's say if you had 2 of the 200 watt panels, you guys could do about a 2.5 to 3 hour charge time with that panel. Now, phenomenally, it's well done. It has, of course, got a bunch of protections over circuit protection, over charge protection, of course, and all of the other great stuff. But it even has what's called UL drop protection and, of course, UL 94V flame retardant shell. Now, the UL 2743 is going to be your drop protection, which is going to be like 4 or 5 feet off the ground, right? So it doesn't mean drop it 10 feet and expect it to be perfectly undamaged. You could probably charge a laptop 14 times off of this, maybe 20 drone batteries. You guys could probably do about 29 hours with the Starlink. The Starlink, you know what I'm talking about, the Wi-Fi device. 12 hours with the heated blanket if you really wanted to, or if you were like Fernando and you just want to get through the rest of the workday because your power went out, plug it on in and go ahead and do so. This thing will work great for you. Now, at $399 will be the standard price tag, but if you guys use that discount code that we have for you guys, It's going to be $349. Now, $349 is a great price point. I'm going to actually share that with my side because I totally forgot. Now, if you don't want just the power station, totally understand. You guys could get, of course, the Jackeery Explorer 1000 V2 with the 200-watt solar panel for $599. Now, $599 just means you guys added a solar panel. You guys can actually charge it, run it, and you're good to go. That solar panel is actually a really great price. It's like 54% off with that package deal. So 54% savings is a phenomenal savings to be had. Now, we also have a couple other variations in the cart. You guys can get it with two of the 100-watt solar panels for like $649. At $649, you guys got two of the 100-watt panels. It's a 50% savings. You guys can also get it with a single 100-watt solar panel, and that single 100-watt solar panel package is like $499. Now, 100-watt panel is beautiful, bifacial, very mini, portable, lightweight, and very accessible. So you guys got 4 different packages with a beautiful power station that can do pretty much whatever you want to plug into it. Even 1150-watt window AC could go in it and run it off it for over an hour, and that's not a bad deal. Any questions? One sec, guys. Just forgot to write something. So I love the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2 is a phenomenal product. It's going to do just amazingly well for everybody. And remember, guys, the station by itself, $349 with that discount for you guys. It's a great price point. I love it. Now, if you don't want a smaller power station, totally understand it. You guys can actually do a step up in the larger sizing and go to like the 2000 V2 up here. Now, the 2000 V2 is going to be about 39 pounds of weight. It is still portable at 39 pounds. It's not going to be, hey, I'm going to carry this 12 miles portable. But it is, of course, more accessible and still easily movable from your RV to your house, maybe from your house to your car, maybe from your car to your campsite, or from shed to garage, whatever you really wanted to. Now, 2,042 watt hours of power in this device. You have the same amount of plugs as the 1000 V2. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports, a 30-watt port, 100-watt port, and you're also going to have that beautiful 18-watt port as well. 12-volt 10-amp DC plug, which is going to be perfect for using, let's say, old school air mattresses or old school inflators or, car jump starters, or I should say car battery chargers. You're going to have the digital display in the center. It's about approximately 1.5 inches to 2 inches long. Bright high-vis colorway. And it will show you guys the battery percentage. It'll also show you guys the input and output and temperature of the device and how many hours it's got left to run. Beside that is your flashlight that does 3 modes. It's going to have that standard brightness. It's going to have, of course, the SOS pattern and high light brightness. 30-watt USB-C port, 100-watt USB-C port, those are both perfect for your higher powered devices or mobile devices or even flashlights if you guys need a quick charging device. Now, below that, it's going to be that 18-watt port that's going to be perfect for, let's say, like, your Samsung earbuds. That'd be a great little option for an 18-watt charging capability with that. 3 AC outlets that are going to do over 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power. Now, at 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power is perfect to run your refrigerator, your ACs, or anything of the sort. Can peak at 4,400 if you truly need to. Now, it's already 47% off, but we have that discount code for you guys, so you can get it for $6.99. So you're going to save yourself a few more dollars with that. Now, the 2000 V2 is just going to be like the 1000 V2. 2 hours, quick, standard, fast charging, perfect. If you really need that extra charge, that 1 hour charge rate, go ahead and flip it over inside the app and do so. Now, the app is completely free for Android users or Apple users or iOS users. download it, install it, and of course go to town. For the tablet users, you guys can download it through the Google Play or Apple Play Store as well, and it can run off your tablet. Now, with it, you're going to be able to see or access or run during certain times, shut it off from the app, or vice versa. It's going to allow you to turn on the AC outlets. It's going to allow you to turn on the flashlights. It's going to allow you to turn on the USB-C ports, or of course that DC plug. Your standard charging, like I said, 2 hours quick charging, that's where you're at. 1 hour fast charging if you really need to. Now, you guys could do, of course, 5 hours solar charging with 400 watts of solar panels. If you had more solar panels, you guys would have a 2 hour solar charge with that. Plug in the wall outlet and the solar charging together. 50 minutes is going to be your charge time on said device. Technically, you can run a coffee maker for over 3 hours. You guys could do, of course, 200 watt desktop PC for 12 hours. You could do, let's say, flat screen TV for multiple hours with a problem. You guys could do a 5 watt light bulb for over 60 hours. Now, the ranging will change, though. You guys could do quite a bit more with that. It can be used as a UPS. So the UPS is an uninterruptible power supply. That uninterruptible power supply is going to give you guys a 20 milliseconds to switch over, so you don't have to worry about whatever you're hooked up to. Rather it be like a microwave for a little over 2 hours. If you guys want to do a hand drill for 8 hours or 2.5 hours with a vacuum cleaner, go ahead and do so. You guys could even do a heated blanket for over 60 hours on this device. Now, the device is perfectly set. It's going to work just phenomenal for you. For those refrigerator users, over 3.25 hours is what you're going to get. If you guys want to do like an 80 watt laptop, about 24 charges. I'm going to say 20 plus hours on a water pump. That's going to be like 60, 65 watts of usage. Now, the 2000 V2 is a phenomenally beautiful product that will work really, really well for you. And that's the amazing part with that. Now, if you don't want the station by itself, I totally get it. You have an option to get it with solar panels as well. Now, you guys can get the 2000 V2 with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for $1,100. It's actually $1,099, but you guys, I just rounded it up. That is a 56% savings today. Normally, it's a $2,500 price tag. It is very, very well done for you. Any questions about that? Let's see if there's any questions. Not seeing no questions. Now, I don't know if there's an issue with chat or if I'm just missing everything. Now, if you want to step up and go into a bigger power station, we have that option as well. And that's kind of cool with this one. Now, this is going to be the 3000 power station. Now, the 3000 is a phenomenal product. And of course, we move down slightly. You guys are going to be greeted with a little bit of a shadow. And I'm not sure why it always does that shadowing, but it is there. The 3000 power station does weigh quite a bit. It's going to be over 40 pounds. So do know it weighs a little bit, and it's going to be about, I think it's like 59 pounds technically. But hey, you got some weight, so you might as well carry it around, right? Now, 3,072 watt hours of power in this device with 5 AC outlets. Now, for those of your standard AC outlets, those standard AC outlets will do 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 7,200. Now, you're going to have that fifth one at the top, and that's going to be your NEMA TTR30 or 30R plug. That's going to allow you to connect up to a manual transfer station, or it's going to allow you to connect up to, let's say, your RVs, your motorhomes, and run the devices off of that, vice versa. This has a larger display. This is approximately 2.25 inches long by about 1 inches tall. It's bright, high-vis, black on the background and orange on the front. It's going to show you guys that you have the Wi-Fi connection and the Bluetooth connection. It's going to show you guys the battery percentage, the input and output, and the amount of hours that are left on running or charging through whatever piece you're plugged into with this. Now, with the 12-volt 10-amp plug, you guys can plug in, again, the single-piston air compressors, air pumps. You guys can do jump starters, jump packs, and other vice versa pieces of this. The difference on that compared to the 2000 V2 on this one is you're going to get two 100-watt USB-C ports. Now, those 100-watt USB-C ports are going to be perfect for any mobile device or high-powered device, whether it be your MacBook Air, your tablet, your gaming PCs, your portable monitors, whatever. You guys can run it through that. You're also going to get 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max of charging capability. Now, it's a phenomenal product. Now, your charge time on this is going to be a little bit different because it's got a little bit more power than the others. Technically, it's only going to be 2.25 hours on a wall plug to fully charge this device. Let's say you only had 400 watts of solar panels to use. So 2 200-watt solar panels. It's going to be 11-hour charge time on this. If you had, let's say, 1,200 watts of solar charging, you guys would have, of course, a couple-hour charge time with that. If you wanted to use the wall plug and the solar charging all together, that's going to be about 2,500 watts of charging. You're going to have a little under 2 hours of charge time with that. And that's great to know because you guys have multiple ways of charging and multiple ways of charging it fast with it on hand. Now, this device could run quite a bit. You're going to have a wide range of products from like flashlights, LED lights, fans, house fans, Wi-Fi routers, mobile TVs, your TV, your gaming consoles. You guys could do, of course, a wide range of other products as well. Let's say you wanted to run your standard house light for this. Anywhere from 9 to 10 days is what you're going to get. Your 45-watt house fan should get about 60 hours of runtime. Maybe your Wi-Fi router for over 60 hours. You could do your 100-watt refrigerator for at least 1 to 2 days because it's got that power inside the system. Now, it doesn't have wheels, so it's a little bit more of a you're going to carry it around, so do be cautious. But they did create a dolly for this. Jackeery made a dolly system so you guys can actually roll it around, which was a great idea that they created that dolly. Now, what else could be wrong with this? Let's say a microwave or electric oven, like an 800 watts electric oven, over 3 hours of runtime with this. You guys could do, of course, 30 hours with the TV plus 60 hours with the 50-watt fan. You guys can even do office equipment, laptops, tablets, phones, printers. You guys can do leaf blowers, weed eaters, hand drills. If you really wanted to, drones, 30 drone batteries, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. GoPro batteries, those are going to be about 5-watt batteries, approximately up to about 300 charges, depending on which variation of the battery you're using on this. Because it's over 3,000 watts of power, you guys technically can fill out for the Residential Clean Energy Credit Program. See if you guys can get that tax credit. Has considered zero drain, so for the next 365 days, it's not going to lose one bit of battery unless you put it in a really cold room. And then, of course, any battery in a really super cold room will have a drain off. $999 is your price tag on that system alone, which is a great deal. If you guys want to step it up and maybe get the 3,000 with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, $1,500 is your price point. It's a 50% savings. Normally, it's a $3,000 price tag to be had on that system. So, phenomenally, really beautifully well done, guys. System is amazing. Now, if you guys have questions, definitely check that one out. It's going to work well for everybody. Honestly, that system, I love that Jackeery created that system. I was actually having fun with it. Used it quite a bit. Now, we talk about the app and app control quite a lot on these shows, and that's because it's a reason. Jackeery said, let's create apps so they can see, of course, generation and consumption of power. They also created it so you guys can actually turn on and off the switches from your house or from afar if you guys are linked up into your Wi-Fi. So if the system's linked up to your Wi-Fi, you guys can actually do that. The app is just literally that. It's the Jackeery app. So you guys are going to have the Jackeery Explorer Solar Saga app, and you guys are going to see the 3,000 there. You're going to see the 3,600 plus. You're going to see the 2,000. Somehow the 1,000 got disconnected. Not really sure about that, but you know what? Let's see if we can actually come over here. And of course, just adding it, you guys will start scanning it. Now, I don't have any other stations turned on right now in Wi-Fi connectability, but if you guys were in there, you guys can, of course, turn on the AC outlets. You guys can turn on the lights. You guys will see the batteries. You can even go into the settings and turn on emergency situation charging. So Very easily, very accessible app, and of course, completely free. Do not worry about it. You don't have to pay a dime for the app. And I thank Jackeery for that because I am so tired of all of the upgraded fees on every app I have. Now, you're probably noticing I'm a little bit hot in here. We had to take the window ACs out. Unfortunately, living in an apartment building, it's going to be super hot for the next few months, and I'm going to have to deal with it. Next up is going to be another newer product. We're going to talk about the 3600 Plus. Now, 3600 Plus is another really cool product. So if we come over here, you guys are going to notice it. We're going to move in. We're going to talk about that one right there. So this is the 3600 Plus. The Jackeery Explorer 3600 Plus is 3,584 watt-hours of power in a 77-pound device. That's right, 77 pounds. Now, if I turned on the power switch, and we'll actually do this, power switch is going to come on. Come over here and grab the app, and let's see if I can grab the app on hand. We're going to pop over here, and I'm going to turn on or turn off the display, and you guys can shut the display off. You guys can see it come back on. If I want to turn on the DC plug, you guys notice the DC plug just lit up green. If I want to shut that back off, it will go off. When I turn on the AC plug will kick on as well. Inside the app, you're going to be able to see generation and consumption. You're also going to see carbon reduction by using the 3600 Plus. Now, the 3600 Plus has got quite a bit. A large display. It's got that TTR30 NEMA plug. It's got 4 AC outlets. It's got 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts max and 2 USB-A ports that do 18 watts max. Now, 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power through those AC outlet connections. It is made with what's called Thermaduro. It's an exclusive cell technology built into this. It's going to give you guys over 5 years of warranty coverage, 10 years of lifespan at 100% battery, and then, of course, another 10 plus years after that, and it's going to keep running. The device is very, very portable. It's got wheels. It's got, of course, casters. It's got a nice large handle that hides in the back of it. So if we zoom back, you guys will see this nice handle, and if I drop it down, it's actually going to slide and hide away. You're also going to have these 2 large handles on the side to, of course, move it, roll it around. On the opposite side of this device, you're going to have what's called a battery expansion port. So there's a DC plug. The DC plug is going to allow you to connect up to 5 batteries. Because it's already 3,584 kilowatts of power, you guys can connect up to multiple batteries and have over 20 kilowatts of power. By linking a second station and 10 batteries, you can do about 43 kilowatts of power in the device. Now, your charging times will vary. With this, it's approximately 2.5 hours on a wall plug. It's going to be about 4 hours with like 1,000 watts of solar panels, or if you really want to, 2 hours with the solar panels and the wall plug total at 2,500 watts of charging. Probably when your house, you could run your house dishwasher or your washer machine about 5 times off this device fully charged. You could do, let's say, 120 hours with a 5-watt light bulb, 2 to 3 days with a 100-watt refrigerator, or 2.5 to 3 hours or more with your window AC. Now, there's more that you could run with this, and I'm going to kind of go in here. We're going to ramble a little bit. Electric oven, over 4 hours. Coffee machine, 3 hours. You guys could do, let's say, flat screen TV for over 40 hours. You guys could do 350-watt space heater for about 7 hours. If you want to, TVs, PCs, laptops, Wi-Fi routers, you guys could do yard decorations. It's almost Christmas time. Why not do the Christmas decorations off of this? Maybe you guys can need to leaf blow and get all of those leaves off of your floor or your yard. 4.5 hours with electric leaf blower. RV connections, guys. That's going to be like connecting up to the circuits on the RV with the TT30, and you guys can run that 90-watt mini fridge for about 25 hours. Or if you want to run that 40-watt portable oven for 72 hours, go ahead and do so. Maybe 36 drone batteries. This thing is a beautifully well done and priced well. It's 39% off. It's $1,699 for the 3600 Plus by itself. Now, if you want to get it, of course, as a package deal, there's an option to get it with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for like $36.99. Now, at $36.99, it's a great deal. You're getting 2 large, beautiful bifacial solar panels and the device itself. What I can tell you is there's actually a coupon on that page that you guys can click and save about $1,600. So if you wanted to do that, there's that coupon on there. Save yourself $1,600 and knock some money off of it. I'm glad to see that coupon. Now, I'm going to always tell you guys, though, get the 3600 plus package deal with the battery. And I'm going to go here. It's $29.99. That's right, $2,999. You're going to get the 3600 plus, which we just talked about. You're going to get the extended battery, which is going to give you guys over 7,168 watt-hours power total. It's going to get you guys 2 solar panels. You're partway there to getting 1,000 watts of solar charging, right? You got 2 of the 100-watt panels. But you guys have an extended runtime. With the battery, of course, you guys have this plus that extra battery. You guys can run everything I talked about and then some for a longer period of time. So 3600 plus is definitely a great option for you guys. No matter what package you're looking at, it is worth buying. Now we have the big brother to the 3600 plus, and we are going to go there. So let's talk about that 5000. Now, the 5000 is just one of those stations that should be talked about no matter what. Now, it is 33% off tonight. It's $2,899 by itself. It is a great, great price point for this device. Now, kind of going to go there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go into depth. We're going to go with the 5,000 plus watt-hours of power. That's right. 5,040 watt-hours of power and a 132-pound package. Now, the 132-pound package does have quite a bit going on for it. You're going to have a quick charge time. It's going to be able to charge in 4 to 5 ways. You're going to have 2 of the USB-C ports on the front. Those are 100-watt USB-C ports. 2 of the 18-watt USB-A ports, 4 of those AC outlets on the front, and that 12-volt 10-amp plug. Now, those 4 AC outlets are going to do, of course, 7,200 watts of power through those front outlets. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to back this up a little bit. We're going to zoom out. We're going to move this. Now, I'm going to get up kind of, and I'm going to kind of show you guys a few things. First, we're going to move the 3600 plus because it's a beautiful one, but I want to show you guys how easy it moves. We're going to power it down now. With this device, it is, of course, easily rollable. You guys can move it, roll it without a problem. This is not an issue. It has handles, and the handle can fold away just that easy. Or you guys can grab the handles over here, and if you have to, lift it up, move it around. All right? So you guys have all of those options on hand. Large display. 12-volt 10-amp plug that's going to work well for you. And, of course, a lot more going on to it than what we're just talking about right here, right? So let's bring you guys in a little bit closer. Large, beautiful, very, very action-packed. Now, with this device, you have 0 milliseconds of switchover. So in the app, if you guys want to, 0 milliseconds of switchover, which means you guys can actually have data center hooked up, like let's say your computer, your mining. You guys can have medical devices. It is not going to lose power. It's going to keep running that device. Standard inside the app is standard clicked on to 20 milliseconds to switch over. Click that switch and you guys are going to have a quick runtime with this. Multiple forms of protection, LiFePO 4 cells, and you guys can actually charge it in multiple different ways. Depending on how you charge it, where you charge it, and what you're connected up to it, it's going to vary with that. So standard wall plug charging. 1,800 watts is going to give you guys a 3.5 hour charge time for over 5,040 watt hours power, right? If you want to, though, and we flip it around, and we're going to roll this to the side, you're going to have multiple ports of connectability on this side. So let's go in here. Let's talk about it. Let's zoom on it. You have your AC expansion port. This is going to allow you to connect up to what's called the smart transfer station. Now, your smart transfer station is going to allow you to connect up to the system that is wired in by an electrician on your house. So by connecting the smart transfer station, you guys can actually connect up to 12 individual circuits and run all of that in your house without a problem. That is also going to allow you to charge this device at over 4,000 watts, technically 4,000 watts total, for under 2 hours of charge time. Now remember though, 2 hours is a quick charge for this amount of power. Now below that is going to be two NEMA plugs, a 14-30 and a 14-50. These NEMA plugs are going to allow you to connect up to your RVs, your motorhomes, your central ACs. It's going to allow you to connect up to that large dryer in your home. 120 and 240 volt dual charging. So each one of these can do 120 and 240. So you can run the higher voltage devices. Now there are, of course, multiple circuit breakers down at the bottom to switch over just in case. Large air cooling through the sides, so do be cautious if it is wet or raining. You don't want water inside the device. On the opposite side of the system, you're going to have a panel, a switch panel, and of course a couple other plugs. First and foremost, on the bottom is a battery expansion port. You guys can have up to 5 batteries. When you have 5 batteries on the system, you guys are going to have over 30 kilowatts of power. That's right, over 30 kilowatts of power. There's your AC outlet that's going to allow you to charge at 18 watts of power. And if we pop up this panel, you're going to notice that there's, of course, DC plug charging. This is going to allow you to charge at low power charging array. Now, with the low power charging array, that's 1200 watts of charging. That's going to allow you to do 5 hours of charging through solar panels. If you hit this big green red switch, you guys can go to high power solar array and charge off of those 4,000 watt, 5,000 watt, 6,000 watt solar panels on your yard, the big setups, and charge at 4,000 watts, and you guys are going to have under 2 hours of charging. Now, the device itself should allow you to run your home for at least a day or more with most of your devices. Now, I'm going to fix the camera so you guys can actually see this a little better. So you guys can do, like I said, most of your devices for at least a day without a problem. Let's say 3 hours with a house dryer, 2 days with a flat screen TV, maybe 2 hours with central AC, maybe 4.5 hours with the window AC, 10 hours with an inverter heater. Maybe you guys want to do the hot tub. It can run that without a problem. Add 5 batteries and you're going to have over 7 days of runtime off of your standard appliances through the 12 individual circuits or off of this device itself. Pair it up with the second 5,000 plus and 10 batteries, and you're going to have 60 kilowatts of power, good enough for 15 days of runtime. This thing is geared towards running your whole home, your homestead, your small businesses, your backup shops, your backup garages. It's got it all, and it is packed into one device, but does have accessibilities of adding extra batteries. Now you're going to link battery to system, battery system, battery to system, and inside the app, this is where it gets kind of cool. So the app has got a cool bunch of cool functions with this one. So you guys can connect up what's called prioritize solar or off-peak charging. So let's say you're running during peak hours of your electric company and you don't want to pay the electric company that peak hour prices. Switch inside the app and it will actually run off of this device during that time and charge off of solar and save you guys some money. And then when you guys are on off-peak hours, you guys can charge this device off the house. Also inside the app, it's going to allow you to see generation and consumption of solar or wall charging. So you guys can see which grid is consuming and which grid is, of course, charging. So you guys have generation and consumption both being tracked inside this. Now, to be able to have that much inside a device and being able to accessorize, run, and change through that, it's very, very beautiful. I love that idea with this. And then that 0 milliseconds of switchover is even better. So that means, guys, let's say your electric company is charging you 30% more a month during certain hours. You guys, of course, kill those hours, run it off of this system, and save you some money. $2,899, guys, is that price point. If you want to get the 5,000 with the 500-watt solar panel, you guys can actually do that as well. Now, that is a beautiful panel that's going to be an option for you guys. Now, that 500-watt panel is a large panel. So this is that panel right here. It is made from 6 85-watt panels. It's going to give you guys 500 watts of charging. Each panel is connected by an Anderson clip. They all have individual hinges. There's 2 hinges per panel. And then, of course, you guys can connect up to all of that with the screws. And it's going to come with all of that in this kit. So $30,399 is the price tag for that. Normally, it's like $5,200. So you're saving 35% right there. You're getting a crazy panel that will do very well for you. Any questions about the 3600 plus or the 5000 plus, please ask. While I'm checking chat, I'm going to take a sip of water. Not seeing no comments tonight. All right. All right, let's talk about the 240D. Now, the 240D is one of those products that I love that they created. It's $179 by itself, or if you guys want to get it with, of course, the wall plug, you guys can get it with the wall plug package. Now, it's 256 watt hours of power and 4.5 pound system. Now, if I pop over here on the table and we move the table and we drop back down, you're going to see a lineup of products, and we're going to come down here. We're going to do this. Now, my kid's over here trying to heat up pancakes and trying to be really quiet. We had breakfast for dinner, guys, so, you know, that's the way it works. Right. Oh, hey, the camera's not one to cooperate today. So that is the 240D right there, and, of course, between the other devices. Now, 256 watt hours of power and a very beautiful handheld device that can be carried in a lot of different ways. Charging it is actually very simple. Charge it at 2.5 hours on a wall plug through the USB-C port. You're up and running, no problem. Connect it up to, of course, that DC plug in your car, and you guys are going to have a 4-hour charge time. If you had a 100-watt solar panel connected up to the 240D, you guys would have about a little over 2.5 to 3 hour charge time with the 100-watt solar panel. The device does have a lot of connectability, and we're actually going to grab it and show it to you a little bit up close compared to on the table. So first and foremost, you guys can see it's actually quite small, very beautiful, and easily movable. It's got a new pattern top. It's almost like a carbon fiber grid pattern, but it's got this beautiful handle that's going to allow me to, of course, carry it around. The handle doubles as a charging cable. So if I pop it and twist it, you guys are going to notice there's a USB-C cable. If I pop it and twist it on the other side, is of course the other side of the USB-C to USB-C cable. This is over 140 watts of pass-through charging capability. It is actually very durable, very strong, and that's why it can be used as a handle for you. Now, nice display. If I hold it on, turn it on, you guys can see that beautiful display. It's going to show 53% battery. It's got input and output. You're also going to notice that there are 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port in the middle. And then below that is another USB-C and a DC plug. Now what we're going to go into is, of course, you're going to have the 100-watt USB-C port right there. You're going to have, I believe this is the 15-watt USB-C port and the 15-watt USB-A port. Below that's going to be the 140-watt bi-directional USB-C port, so it's going to be inwards and outwards through that USB-C port. Then you have your DC plug. Lightweight, portable, and very movable and friendly. This thing is actually really cool. I actually was messing around with a carrying case today for, smaller power stations, and it fit very well. Now you still have, of course, the air cooling through the side. You're going to have the silicone pads like all of the other products. You're going to have over 80,000 milliamps built into this, or 200 watts of power. Now, 256 watt hours of power is where it's really truly at on this device. That means you guys can do about 15 phone charges, maybe 3 laptop charges, 16 hours with the Bluetooth speaker. Now, gonna kind of say it, you guys are gonna get over 10 years lifespan without a problem. It is not waterproof. Be cautious with the device. It's not waterproof. What else could we run off of this? Are anything that has USB-C or USB-A charging? Let's say camera batteries, lighting gear, portable monitors, your gaming consoles, and everything in between. Because it's 4.5 pounds, it's lightweight, it's portable. I can carry it, I can take it wherever I want to, and I don't have to worry about it. I just take it and go. So 240D, guys, $179 by itself. Or if you guys want to get it with the wall charging brick and the USB-C extra extended cable, about $259 for that. So both great ideas, both great options for you. Next up is going to be the 300-watt solar station. That's right, the Jackeery Explorer 300. Now that's back here on the table, right there. Now the 300 is a really, really amazing power station. It's approximately 7 pounds. And at 7 pounds, it's coming in at $169, normally $259 price tag. You're going to have 293 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 3.5 hours. Now you're going to notice that it is different looking than any of the other stations that we have shown. And that's because it's the original mixture. I'm going to say the original creation, original design. Now I'm going to grab it yet again so I can show you guys how lightweight it is. So very, very lightweight. I can hold it with one thumb without a problem. I can do arm curls if I wasn't so weak. But I am definitely weak. I mean, go ahead and say it. Large display, so you guys can still see it and read it. You're going to have a DC input port. This DC input port is going to allow you to do solar charging, wall charging. It's going to allow you to do cigarette lighter charging if you want to. You're going to have a 60-watt bi-directional USB-C port. That 60-watt bi-directional USB-C port will allow you to do wall charging and, of course, that USB-C charging together. And it's going to give you guys a 2-hour charge time. You're going to get 2 USB-A ports as well. You're going to get 2 AC outlets to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 500. 12-volt 10-amp plug, and of course that nice, beautiful handle. Bright, high-vis orange, and very, very lightweight with this. Now, technically, you guys could run your Wi-Fi router for at least 14 hours on it. 6 drone batteries plus, 15 camera batteries, 40 hours with the Nintendo Switch. CPAP machine for at least 4.5 to 5 hours. You're going to have the expandability and the usability with this. So that's the cool part on hand. Now, portability is definitely where it's at with the 300 because it is that. It is portable. I can take it wherever I really want to go and not have a problem with it. I mean, you guys can see I can sit here and talk with it and it's not an issue. I mean, it's that lightweight. If I can carry it around and move it around like that, even your children can carry it. So $169 by itself. It's a great price point. If you want to get it with the 100-watt solar panel, I think it's like $299. So you guys can get this 100-watt panel for like $299. Great price point, phenomenal package. If you want to step up your game though and go to a little bit bigger brother, let's talk about the 500 right next door. And that is, of course, the Jackeery Explorer 500. A little bit zoomed in, a little bit too far. What solar panel works for the 300? So, Trudy, for the 300, you can actually plug in. We can go into this. For the 300, you can do the 100-watt solar panel. You can do their old school 80-watt panel. You can even do their mini 40 solar panel. All three of those are options with that. The 100-watt panel is going to be this panel right here. It may look small, but it folds out. It's actually very large. It's going to do very, very well. It's going to give you, it's probably about 5+ hours of charge time with that, with the 100-watt panel. So that's where you're going to be with that. It's like, I think it's like 4.5 hours of charging. Now, this is fully waterproof, water resistant. If you want to, though, I would pair it up with like the mini 40 solar panel as well. The mini 40 solar panel is a phenomenal panel for the 300. This is going to give you about a 7.5 hour charge time, but it's two and a quarter pounds. So like two and a quarter, 2.5 pounds. Total weight is going to be under 11 pounds of weight for both pieces. This is actually a really, really amazing panel for that one. I think it's like under $100 tonight for the panel itself, but it is definitely a good option for it because it's so small, so lightweight. It's the size of a 3-ring binder, and I mean honestly, that package together is very, very small. So your options would be the 100 or the mini 40. And those same solar panel options would be like for the 500 that we're talking about. So you guys could do the Jackeery Explorer 500 that's right here, and you guys could do those exact same solar panels connected up to it. Now, do I recommend having the Mini 40 on the 500? Not really. I would want to connect up the 100-watt panel first because it's going to do a quicker charge, but it is definitely there. Now, with the 500, it's 13 pounds, so it is not extremely heavy, but it is definitely not one of their lighter panels, but it's not their heavy panel either, or system. With it, you're going to have 518 watt hours of power on this. I want to purchase the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2, if you get it tonight, we have a discount code for you. It's like $349 if you use our discount code. So we do have it on extra sale for people that are watching live. So if you use that discount code, you can get it for $349. It's an amazing station. Just saying. So we do have that on sale. We also have the 2000 V2 on sale tonight as well for $699 after discount. 500. So the package deal, I think, with the 1000 V2 and the solar panel package, I want to say it's $599 with the 200-watt panel. If you want to get it with the 100-watt panel, it's like $499. So you can get it with one 100-watt panel and, of course, the station itself. So there are options in the carousel. If you note the carousel is down below, scroll through the carousel. We have a few options with the 1000 V2. By itself, $349 is a phenomenal price point. I mean, if you want to add a solar panel to it, there are the options. Like you can get the 200-watt panel for $599 with the station. How long does it take to charge with the 100-watt panel? Well, that's. I mean, if you had a couple of the 200-watt panels, you're going to have approximately. I think it's like 2 of the 200-watt panels is like a 2.5 hour charge time. So if you had a single solar panel, single 100-watt panel, 5-6 hours probably. So I mean, you're just gonna have to do the math because you're only charging at 100 watts that way, as in where the other ones allow you to charge at 400 watts. So it's gonna charge a lot quicker. And I mean, like I was kind of mentioning, we do have the option where you can get it with the 200-watt panel. You do have the options of getting the panels tonight as well. I think the panels are on sale by themselves. I think like the $198 for the 100-watt panel. It's $360 for the 200-watt panel. $79 for the Mini 40, and then $179 for the Prime panel. So there are options of those panels. Yeah, no problem. I mean, if you have questions, definitely ask them. That's what we're here for. I mean, I'm running a little bit behind. I'm supposed to be off here in the next 10 minutes, but we're going to kind of skip through some stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some options, and they did create a new solar panel. So if you guys have not seen the newer solar panel that they created, they built what's called a flexible panel. It's called the 100 light panel. The 100 light panel is an amazing panel, super thin. It can bend up to 200, I think it's like 220 degrees of bendability, so you guys can make curves. Not meant to be folded flat, but can be curved and everything with that. So they do have some newer technology panels out there. I mean, yeah, I mean, we can kind of jump to panels. Let me show you guys one more station real quick. I mean, we do have a bunch of the other stations, but we'll show you guys one more larger station because we do have another large station on the back table besides the smaller ones. So let's jump here. Let's do this. Let's go here. That's going to be the 4000 kit. So that's the Jackeery Explorer 2000 Plus, the 2000 Plus E battery, and it's going to come with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for like $21.99. Now that kit is phenomenal. It's a 62-ish pounds by itself, another 50 pounds with the battery, and then you have the 2 solar panels. $21.99, normally a $4,400 price tag. You're going to have the 5 AC outlets, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and everything you could ever need with that one. It is a great, amazing station. That thing does really, really well. It's going to allow you to run, let's say, a welding machine for over half an hour. You guys could do a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours. You can run a window AC for over a couple hours. Add the battery, and you just doubled everything as well. So very, very phenomenal station with that. But I see, let's talk about panels because that's a good thing to talk about. I mean, Trudy brought up a great thing about this. All of these stations can be used with their solar panel options, and we have a lot of solar panel options. From their bifacial 100-watt panel, which is nice, lightweight, very easily carryable. So this is IP68 rated, fully waterproof, water resistant. You can leave this out in the rain, you can leave it out in the snow. It's not going to hurt the device. If it gets dirty with dust or mud, wash it off with the hose, it's not going to hurt it. Has riveted on fabric handles. It's got pressed on snap rings. It's got built-in kickstands, so these are the stands that are going to help hold it, velcroed on, but they're elastic. The elastic's going to allow it to set at a 20-degree angle. Now that 20-degree angle on these solar panels are actually quite important so you guys can get the bifacial charging, and you're going to notice that it is a blue side. This blue side of the solar panel is going to allow you to get the reflective charging off of the ground. Now with reflective charging, with the reflective charging, it's going to allow you to get that little bit of extra charging in low light settings. So let's say it's reflective on the ground and all of those other variations. It's going to do about 25% efficiency in low light settings. When you have it fully out and in 100% sun, you guys are going to be able to charge everything you need. Now this is that 100-watt panel. So fully unfolded, it's a very long, very beautiful solar panel. It's actually quite large, but very lightweight with this. This solar panel will work with every power station they make, from the 100 plus all the way up with this. So it is definitely one of those things. It's a nice, large panel that will work well for you. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, buddy? Phil, were you trying to write me and stuff? Did I miss something? I must have missed something or something, buddy. So yeah, I mean, this is the 100-watt panel. It's $198. Normally, it's a $300 price tag. This is actually really cool. 34% savings tonight. This is an amazing piece. It just needed a power. I feel that, buddy. I feel that. So this is the 100-watt panel, Trudy. This is an amazing panel. If that's what you're looking for, nice, lightweight, portable, very accessible, fully waterproof, water resistant. You can leave it out in the sun. It's not going to hurt it. I do recommend tying it down. That way it doesn't fly away because it's like a big kite or a big airplane wing. So that is, of course, that beautiful 100-watt panel. Now, the 200-watt panel is a larger panel. The 200-watt panel is going to come in at about $360 tonight. I think I have a video for this one. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the video, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up with this. The 200-watt panel that I have in this video is the older variation. So you guys, if you buy the 200-watt panel, you're going to get the newer variation. The newer variation is going to be bifacial, like this panel, the 100-watt panel. So you guys are going to get the double-sided charging. By doing that, you guys are going to have the 26% chance of extra charging in low light settings. Now, what is low light settings? That's like an overcast, cloudy sky, light drizzle or rain. For those of you in the Pacific Northwest and stuff like that. Now, it is a large panel. Still is going to allow you to be able to connect it up in under 10 minutes, or 10 seconds, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Comes with the 10-foot cable, just like the 100-watt panel. It's going to come with an 80-20 adapter and a 7909 adapter, depending on the station you're using. And it's going to come with the carrying case, which is great. So you guys have the pocket to hold it away. The pocket is going to hold the cabling, but again, fully waterproof, water resistant. You can leave it out in the rain. It's not going to hurt it. It is an ETFE laminated case. It is monocrystalline solar cell. So the monocrystalline solar cell does really, really well in all settings. And again, waterproof. Don't have to worry about it sitting out in the rain. Don't have to worry about it in winter getting ice or snow on it. When it defrosts, it's going to be back up and running, and that's where it's going to really work out. You guys can see me connecting up this variation to, I believe it was the 3000 Pro station. The 3000 Pro has actually been discontinued because they got the new 3000, but was a very phenomenal station of its own right. So really kind of cool with that one. So if you need a panel of that size or styling, 200-watt panel is definitely a go-to. And $369, it's a 48% savings for that one. So really, really amazing little panel right there. Now, if you want to step it up for a smaller, more portable, more backpack-friendly style, the Mini 40 is definitely going to be a good hit for that. Now, the Mini 40 is coming in at like $79 today. Normally I think it's like normally $130. Do they have longer charging cords? So that is another good question. Yes, they have 15-foot extended cables. So you can extend the cables. So if you need, they do have extender cables out there. Jackeery makes them. I believe you can find them on Amazon. Fernando, can you find the link for the extender cables? Trudy, I'll have Fernando, who is part of the Jackeery team, find the link for them. So yes, they do have extender cables. So if you need to reach 40 feet away or you need to reach a little bit further, they have extender cables, so you don't have to worry about that. The way the extender cables work are they're going to be a male to female DC plug, and it's going to allow you to link up to, of course, the original plug and connect up to the system. So, but yeah, they do have them. Mini 40, 2.5 pounds of weight, 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, ½ inch thick at its thickest point. Now, magnetic clasp in bright high-vis orange can be opened up. This is where you're going to connect up to your power cable. Pressed ring so you guys can tie it down. Hey, thank you, Phil. Phil's part of the Dragon Blogger team. He found it quicker than me. Thanks, buddy. Now, 4 trifold design, but 4 panels along with this. So it does have a nice bit of length to it. It's going to do 40 watts of charging. This is going to be perfect for like the 100 plus, the 240s, the 300s, and of course the 300 plus. Maybe even the 500 if you want to, but that's not going to, charge as quick as you want. Lightweight, portable, can be taken anywhere. This could fit in a backpack. It's the size of a 3-ring binder, so you do not have to worry about it. This thing is lighter and smaller than your kids' notebooks that they take to school, or at least used to. If you guys are like me, you probably took about 7 or 8 homework books to school, and of course a couple 3-ring binders. This is smaller and lighter than that. If your kid can carry his scooter or skateboard to school, they can carry this all the way to the campground. Now, waterproof, water resistant. This thing is an amazing, amazing piece of technology that will do really, really well for those smaller stations. Now, we're going to go into a modular solar panel. This is $179. This is their fully tempered glass, and I'm going to go here. This is, I think, one of the only ones that I know besides like the old school 80 that is a glass panel. So this is a glass panel. It's got rigid metal framing all the way around it. So it's fully rigid, does not fold. It is bifacial charging. So that's the cool part about this, bifacial charging. Charges on both sides of the panel. Now the panel is nicely sized, if you guys can see. It's bigger than me, but it isn't that heavy, and that's the cool part about this. Now on the back, it's going to have 12 pre-drilled holes, so you guys can mount these up. This is going to work with like the Z brackets it comes with. It comes with 4 Z brackets. It comes with 8 self-tapping screws. It comes with 4 nuts and bolts, all in stainless steel hardware. This has the 10-foot cable permanently fixed to it. So it's a permanently fixed cable. On the end of the cable is an Anderson clip. And then, of course, you guys will get the 8020 or the 7909 adapter plug. There's the Anderson adapter. This will allow you to adapt it and connect up to the smaller stations or the larger stations. By using the Anderson plug, you guys can use a Y splitter and connect up to 10, 12, or more of these panels. That's a cool idea with this. Bifacial charging means you have to have it at least a 20-degree angle. If you don't have the space to do the 20-degree angle, you guys can lay it flat. That 20-degree angle is just going to give you guys more efficiency in the lower light settings or a quicker charge in the higher light settings. If you guys have 100% light and it has to lay flat, it's still going to charge at a phenomenal rate. It is fully waterproof, water resistant, and it is beautifully well done. So this is their DIY modular style panel with bifacial charging at $179. Now remember guys, this is of course pre-Black Friday sales. Now we do have that $1,000 discount or that $1,000 discount code. So if you spend over $1,000, you guys can get an extra 5% off of your purchases tonight during this show. With that, we also had those 2 other special deals going on for the 1000 V2 for, of course, $349. And you have to use that discount code. Or you guys can get the 2000 V2 for $699 and, of course, have some amazing stations. Any other questions before we go tonight? I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any of the questions. I'm also going to check when our next show is. I believe our next show, I think it's Monday. It is. So we're going to have another Jackeery show, guys, Monday night. So we're going to be back here with another one of these shows Monday night. So hopefully we'll see you guys. If you haven't, give a follow. Hit that live notification button. By doing that, it's going to allow you guys to know when we go live over here with these shows. Trudy, I appreciate you coming in here, hanging out with us. Fernando, Phil, I appreciate it as well. Yeah, it's super hot in here, Phil. I'm like all of the lighting. So this is a funny part. And I'm going to go here. Usually we don't talk about it. If you guys don't know how much lighting I'm sitting in front of, let's start trying to show you guys. So this is just one light coming off. Did you see the difference? If you really want to know how much light I'm sitting in front of, I am sitting in front of so many lights, it gets really, really hot right here. So, no, I appreciate it. It's really nice meeting you, Trudy. Hopefully we answered a whole bunch of your questions. And like I said, we will be back Monday night with another Jackeery stream. So if you want to come back Monday night, same time, I believe we start at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. So we'll be back here doing these shows and having fun and showing these stations, of course, more, and a bunch of great deals. So with that, hopefully we'll see you guys Monday night. I will see you guys on the next show. Thanks, bye, everybody. Have a good one.